President Donald Trump has withdrawn the United States from 66 international organizations, including 31 UN entities. In their number, the UN Conference on Trade and Development, the UN Population Fund, and the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change.
U.S. President Donald Trump has, in his second term, shown himself to take no prisoners, Maduro excluded, of course. And following a withdrawal from the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate Agreement immediately on assuming office short of a year ago, and later UNESCO, he followed that up on Wednesday by withdrawing from 31 UN entities and 66 international organizations in total. His Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, explaining what started as a pragmatic framework of international organizations for peace and cooperation has morphed into a sprawling architecture of global governance, often dominated by progressive ideology and detached from national interests. From DEI mandates to gender equity campaigns to climate orthodoxy, many international organizations now serve a globalist project rooted in the discredited fantasy of the, quote, end of history. These organizations actively seek to constrain American sovereignty. Their work is advanced by the same elite networks, the multilateral NGO plex, that we have begun dismantling through the closure of USAID.
We're not doing this anymore. We are not going to spend billions of dollars funding the NGO industrial complex.
Notable UN agencies affected by the expanded executive order are the UN Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, and the UN Population Fund, UNFPA, whose headquarter operations were partially moved to Nairobi in 2025 as a cost-saving measure.
We have been investing in Nairobi, creating the conditions for Nairobi to receive services that are now in more expensive locations.
Wednesday's executive order will have further cost implications for the UN, given the United States contributes 22% of its regular budget, not considering its contribution to peacekeeping, specialized agencies, and voluntary contributions. On December the 29th, the UN and the US signed a $2 billion funding agreement for 17 crisis-hit countries, including Kenya, for the year 2026.
We will make America great again.
Olive Burrows, Citizen TV.